Hey, and welcome all. This is the PTG Draft League recaps. We're going over the last week, week 6, and I'm here today with our usual host of Ro, but we also have two guests with Devin of the Mid-Valley Meowths and Michael of the Fhyre Corviknights. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Devin. I coach the Mid-Valley Meowths. Meow, meow, meow. We're gonna win this one. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, I'm also the rock type gym leader. What up?
I'm Michael of the Fhyre Corviknights. How's it going, everyone?
Pretty good, Michael. Pretty good.
Pretty good. I just realized I had my mic off.
I was wondering, it's like, that's all pretty quiet.
Yes. Anyway, we're on to week 6, so look at the red leaderboard, see how things are standing over there. So, Anders, you're still at the top of the leaderboard. How's that feeling?
It's feeling great. I'm not gonna lie, it's my first time. I'm enjoying the seat up here. I'm not looking forward to the eventual dethronement, but whilst I'm here, I'm getting it nice, warm, and comfy.
And Dev, you're still in playoffs position at the moment.
Yeah, I believe that if I remember correctly, if I win any of the next 3 matches, I'm guaranteed a place in the playoffs. I think, if I've done the maths correct.
Have you faced me yet, Anders? Have we played? No, we haven't played yet.
I have Mayank, you, and Bam left. So, tough opponent. So you could definitely lose all 3 for sure. So, yeah. First we got me, then we got Kasim, place 2, catching up. His differential is just behind mine at plus 12, even with those 2 losses. We have Bam of the Mighty Psyducks in 3rd place with plus 4 differential. Then at 4th place, we've got the Birmingham Buzzwalls, currently sitting at 0 differential, but has 4 wins and 2 losses. Then we got the Gibson Garbadors at 5th place with a even 3-3, by having a massive plus 8 differential, which is like a really big differential for someone with 3 losses. So he's done really well there. Then we got Mid-Valley Meowths, our Devin here at 6th place, currently sitting at 0 differential. We got the Atlanta. The Atlanta Braveries to 7th place, the one that this is hitting the below the playoffs now, so they're going to be fighting for playoff spots in the coming matches. He's currently sitting at minus 5 differential. We have the Utah Mews, also sharing the 2 to 4 win to loss ratio, but at minus 8 differential. Lionheart Lucario is at minus 9 with the same win to loss rate. And finally, the Blazing Torch Chicks at minus 15 with 1 to 5. We currently in the actual round 6, we had Blazing Torchics versus Birmingham Buzzwalls, which did come down to, it was 0-3 for disqualification. It was unfortunately a set of bad circumstances that unfortunately meant the match couldn't happen in the end. Then we had the San Diego Wingulls versus the Mighty Psyducks with a 1-0 win to San Diego Wingulls. Utah Mews versus the Simiwinny Sears. That is 0-2 to me, the Sears. Gibson Garbadors versus Devon's Mid-Valley Meowths, going to 3-4 to Devon. Yeah. And then the Lionheart Lucarios versus the Atlanta Braveries at a whopping 4-0.
Had a couple of fun matches this last round. Definitely enjoyed the San Diego Wingulls versus the Mighty Psyducks. That was
that was an entertaining match.
Extremely entertaining. Yes, we'll get into that a bit later. Don't really have much else to say at the moment. That was probably the highlight for the Red Division. I was really looking forward to your match, Devin, versus Scotty of the Gibson Garbadors.
Yeah,
that was the match I was looking forward to the most.
Well, I delivered the win. That's what I can say about that. I sat there, I woke up that morning, and I said to myself, you know what, Devin, you're going to win today. And I did.
By
It was
going to
good.
timer.
Sometimes it's just got to happen that way. I wasn't on purpose. I can assure you, every showdown match ended by turn 45.
I must admit,
Yeah,
your commentary on this match was very, very amusing.
I don't even remember TBH. I'm sure I was witty and bold, and it was great. People were probably laughing. Yeah.
Yes,
That
it
was
was
a good
That's
also
what we look for.
leftovers.
It's
Oh,
all
dude,
good
my
fun.
cat just took a massive dump. Oh, good
Oh
lord.
my god.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too much sharing.
Yeah, let me put this on mute first.
So while we have no Devin, we'll quickly go over round 7. So round 7, we've got the Birmingham Buzzballs facing off against the San Diego Wingulls. Then Nat versing Regan, so the Blazing Torchics versing the Utah Mews. The Mighty Psyducks versing the Gippsland Garbadors. The Simiwinny Sears versing the Lionheart Lucarios. And the Mid-Valley Meowths versing the Atlanta Braveries.
Yeah, this is going to be a good week. I'm
It's gonna be a
excited.
great week.
So, since this is your division, what are your predictions for the coming week, Devin?
Kasem's going to beat Buzzswolves. BT. Who was BT again?
That's Nat.
Blazing Torchics is Nat.
Nat versus Reagan. Ooh, I cannot wait to see that. That's gonna be a fun one. I like that.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna put my money on that match because to heck with Mamoswine.
You'll never
And
forgive that Mamoswine.
nope. I had one. No, I hadn't. I was nowhere near winning, but whatever. I got grudges. Next, we got what? Bam versus Scotty. I want Bam to beat Scotty because that puts me in a better position. So yeah, Bam's gonna win. I'm gonna help.
He's
and make
gonna
sure
win
Bam
with
wins that one.
memes.
Oh yeah. Like honestly, like not to rag on Scotty and his crew, but every time I see PKS lose, I smile a bit on the inside.
Sorry, Michael.
Wait, isn't Michael PK?
Yeah, that's
Oh my
just
god,
letting you know,
that's been
Michael.
I'll remember that. I'll remember that.
Come at me, bro. I got
Poor
like,
Leo, what's he ever done to you as well?
hey, I like Leor. No, yeah, still take
Wow.
joy.
Yep.
That's
Alright.
why, like, that was the whole theme of last season, and I'm gonna never like that theme's gonna keep going till the end. I'm sorry.
So
This
at
is
the
like
end of
a mammoth swine thing where it's just a grudge forever.
Yep.
Well, I think at the end of this season we are probably going to have a couple of exhibition matches. So I do believe that we will probably see the Mid-Valley Meowths battle the Fhyre Corviknights for the lols.
Yes. Let's
Oh,
do it,
yeah.
guys.
Let's go. We're on.
All right, it's
Right.
on.
And then after that, we got what? We got Anders versus Mank.
Anders.
Anders.
Who's Anders?
Yes, Anders. I'm sorry. So, I got a good story involving your name that I'll tell you after the stream
Okay.
because it'll take time. Anders versus Mank. I'm helping Mank trial against you, so he's gonna win. And me versus Jay. I'm pretty confident against Jay. Yeah, I'm gonna win that one.
All right, no worries.
Cool.
Let's see how those go ahead in the next week.
Yeah, well, like after last season, like,
Got to have fun
mind you,
when you're
Jay.
doing draft league.
Yeah, that's like the
Exactly.
big one. Like, I like my team this season. I feel like my team is good. But Yes, go. Continue.
All right, on to the blue. So we still have Harun and Lior fighting for those top 2 spots, just split by the differential at this point. Sorry, not Lior, Andy. Lior is coming in hot behind though, and same with the Dragonites. Then 5th and 6th is really a bit of a battle between those with the diff. So we've got Anaheim Appletons, the Sneaky Sableyes, and the Ottawa Superiors, all 3-3. But that differential is really coming in handy. So Jeff, of course, is sitting at a +6, whereas everyone else is in the negatives. So he's, pretty sure Jeff, unless something dismal happens in the next 3 weeks, should definitely be in the playoffs. But I think that 6th position is going to really be anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, for sure. There's not much between them. It could definitely all change.
Yep.
And
Well,
it all
I'm looking at 9th and 10th position right now because next round could be the make or break to see if that's going to flip around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you win the next 3, you can easily then get into the playoffs, depending on how other people play as well. So it's still very much up for, playoffs fighting spot.
Yeah, I just got to have a talk with Arctivish and make sure he doesn't catch any more unnecessary flinches. Or I mean, crit.
Get a stern talking to.
We'll talk about that once we go through
Gosh,
the matchups.
I hope that works.
Just
tactic,
stop with the
talk to your
crits in
moms.
general.
Right, guys, we've been through this. Can you stop cringing at everything? It'd be great.
Anyway, so with the round 6, we did have the Arcanines just beating the Fhyre Corviknights 2-0. We'll talk about that match in a bit. The Nevada County Caterpies only just beat Hassin's Holy Crusaders 1-0 there. That was really surprising.
Match.
That was a really, really good match. The Dragonites swept the floor with the Sneaky Sableyes. The Ottawa Superiors beat the Bow Russian Boltons, came down to timer, but 3-1, so we pretty much knew where that game was going. And then another close match, full of memes, was the Anaheim Appletons versus the PKS Noobs Kings. Lior's Noobs Kings just coming out ahead with a 1-0 win to Lior. Yes. This week had some very, very fun and amusing matches and a couple of upsets that came out of nowhere but were also quite amusing in themselves.
I think this week 6 has been one of the most entertaining weeks for watching matches out of all the weeks. It's just the memes, the games. It's been great. I love it.
What are
Michael,
you doing, Kat?
since you're in Blue Division, what are your predictions for round 7?
Well, obviously, I've got a vote of confidence on myself for my next game.
Just skip straight ahead through the whole line. Oh, wait, no, yours is the first match. Never mind.
Jeremy versus
Harun.
Haroon. Haroon's been doing really good this season, so I could see him picking up another win in his next game.
That match is a question of is it going to timer?
But
Yeah.
See, Roops is also a very big staller, and yet Jeremy wiped the floor with him. So, I wouldn't put it past Jeremy to somehow manage to pull the same out against Harun. We'll see.
Next, with for that week 7, for the third bout, I think I've got my money on Andy for that one.
I think that's a pretty safe bet. He's won every match he's played this season, isn't he? So good.
Yep.
Golden boy keeps on going.
Between Roops and Jeff, I don't Oh man, that's a tough call. I think I'd have to kind of give that one to Jeff.
I can't wait for that match. It's gonna have so many memes.
And then for the last match, I gotta give it to my boy Lior. He's been putting in a lot of good work this season.
He really bounced back this week with his mental game as well. You could really tell that in this last match compared to the week before.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a lot better performance compared to the week before. He did really good.
So on to the matchups. So nothing to really say about Buzzwalls and the Blazing Torchics since they tried to do their match, but their switch disconnected and they just weren't able to get internet again and weren't able to work out a time with the remainder of the week that was left. So unfortunately that we didn't get to see that match, but it is what it is, and sometimes things are outside of our control. So the next match, the first match that did go through was the San Diego Wingulls versus the Mighty Psyducks. The Gulls just getting ahead on the Ducks with a 1-0. This was a very amusing match. This is one of those matches where you can just tell, especially on Bam's side, he's come in here. He doesn't care if he's winning or losing. He's just here to have fun. He does some random, just completely left of field stuff. Might not work out, but you sit there thinking, what on earth? That would have been really cool if that came in at the right time, but yeah.
My question is, when Leopard shell smashes, what is it doing? Is it just like losing its skin? All its fur is going, just becomes a Sphinx cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sheds all of its fur at once, quickly.
Yeah.
There were so many like twists and turns in that match, like throughout the course of it. Like the Nidoking dropping Melodic down to 1, the Melodic going back up, dropping the Nidoking down to 1, the Nidoking dropping the Melodic in response. There was just so much. It was so wild. Like, and watching like both perspectives, like Kasem, goodness, people's names, how do they work? Okay, like Kasem made such an insane comeback, all down to risky plays, and it was hecka entertaining. Wow.
It just goes to show you that you basically can't go in versus Bam with like some sort of clear plan because you have no idea what he's going to have. You know, you're going to go up to him playing with a deck of cards, and he's going to pull out a chess set. It's just crazy.
If Bam had pulled the trigger on his Lipard combo one turn earlier, it would have been a shut in, like just a complete and total shutdown.
I do love though. He's like, all right, I've got no comeback from this. Send in Torkoal, Shell Smash, Eject Pack out, throw in Lipard, Copycat, Shell Smash. I don't care at this point. I can't do it. I can't win with this, but I want to show it off anyway.
It's such a beautiful tactic. He's been like trying to get me to do that for like he had me do that all the way back in my first draft season with an Espeon, and like seeing him do it and seeing him do it on the thing, I literally was like yelling into my screen like, yes, he's doing it, he's
He's wanted to do this for so long.
And then there's Kasem on the side. He's like, right, Gigalith in front of Como. I'm just going to explode it. It's not going to kill Como, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
Do you know the one thing I'm sad about? I'm sad that Bam traded Quillfish now. Like, legit, I kind of like this little Quillfish.
Was a fun match. Yeah. Definitely put emphasis on the hey, we're here for fun, because like that was fun for everyone.
Yeah. Michael, any comments?
It was a very fun match. Was a very fun match to watch.
And
Michael, what was your what was your favorite part of that match? What part made you go, wow?
Honestly, that shell smash eject into the shell smash was probably my favorite part.
That
It
was
was super entertaining to watch.
thing of beauty.
It was. So we'll move on to the next matchup, which was the Simiwinny Sears versus the Utah Mews. She brought a slightly different team to normal this week, which we don't see much change up in her teams at all. But she did take out Weezing and replace it with Heliolisk this turn.
That's
And
so wild.
I did not prep for Heliolisk.
No, why didn't you prep for Heliolisk? I brought Heliolisk against you in trial.
Because, okay, yeah,
She
people in
brought
trials
the
did,
no,
but
yeah,
she
you
brought the
faced
exact
this
same teams for
exact
every match.
no, and you faced the exact team, this exact team in trial. You have
And
no
I won.
excuse. Okay.
And I won. So I was like, oh, okay, so even with a Heliolisk, it's fine.
yeah. And you know what? Regan is another one of those battlers that we have here that she's not out there to try and get to the top spot. She's in there having fun. And you can hear that in her commentaries as well. She gets so excited when certain things pull off. At the end of every match, she's like, that was a really fun match. She's really having fun out there. And yeah, she might not be sitting sort of in that comfortable top spots, but she's coming out every match feeling pretty happy about it. Going out there,
I love
participating in
watching their
this.
matches, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a real sense of joy when her, like, low-key, even rewatching my own match, like, it was kind of entertaining watching her Mons get a kill on mine just because of how excited she was getting about
Yeah,
it.
you cheer for her, even if she was your competitor.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, she's so happy. You know. But sorry, Dev, I did give Mama Sign some more kills.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm still a little bit happy because of how happy it made her. Although that crit mattered. Anyone who watches it knows what I mean. I shard crit into Nidoqueen. That stung my soul a little bit. It made Lisk a lot harder to work with, losing the ground type. And that meant that Heliolisk could just go crazy at the end. I was so worried that I lost there because Heliolisk packs everything to handle the rest of the team. Luckily, between the remaining Pokemon, it was always going to struggle a little bit. So, yeah, the ending there, Heliolisk was doing some major work. Mamoswine critting Nidoqueen meant that I couldn't play around choice stopped Heliolisk as much as I would have liked.
I must admit, I get very amused at seeing your nicknames for your Mons as well.
I don't even remember what they were for this match.
Oh, you had your Slowbro was named S tier. I do remember that one.
Oh yeah, and that was to trigger Bam. Yeah, S tier.
And I do believe Nidoqueen was I'm Avdo.
Yeah. That was to trigger both for Bam and Avdo. I knew that must be great. Was High Dragon just High Dragon? Oh no, I remember it was Drag Trio, like the trio but with Dragon.
You know
so
what?
you are Avdo though, right?
Yeah, I'm Avdo.
Okay, just making sure.
Anyway, Devin, your match. What do you have to say?
Well, we went in it to win it, and we won it. Yeah.
I love that you had another one of your Mons get a kill by having the opponent kill itself on your Mon.
Okay, so Garchomp? Yeah, Garchomp. Garchomp and Skarmory both. So gotta love that rough skin. Gotta use that Rocky Helm. So my Skarmory's packing Roost. I don't really need the lefties. I got the Roost. I'm gonna put Rocky Helm on it. Probably every time. I don't know. Just giving y'all a heads up. Hint, Anders, expect Rocky Helmet. Wink.
Two guards haven't even managed to get a kill yet, which hasn't involved the opponent crashing into them.
Yeah, I'm not playing to win. I'm playing to get 2 kills and move on.
Congratulations on Garchomp not switching in on a Will-O-Wisp this week.
I'm so proud of myself. That totally happened to a different Garchomp this week.
But he was prepared for that.
Honestly,
I was packing Lumberry.
I was
Yeah,
really,
that's-
really hoping that was gonna happen. The memes were gonna be excellent.
Oh,
Yep.
it gives me so
Agreed.
many ideas. Like the thought of Lumberry has never even occurred to me. So like, yeah, maybe I should start packing a Lumberry.
I don't know if Rocky Helmet Rough Skin is going to be your prime damage dealer. Then how are you going to get off the Lumberry?
Like maybe I don't know, put rest on it or something. I don't know.
Oh my
No, so this match, like in trials, I won like most every game. I was really afraid of Slurpuff going in, and I was really proud of my opening because like Gotti opened Slurpuff and I opened Manectric, and I was like, okay, there's 2 ways Scotty's gonna play Slurpuff. He's either A, gonna go for sticky webs, or B, he's gonna try to like substitute and go nuts and then like belly drum and make everything go crazy wild and wreck my face right here, right now. So I clicked the switcheroo and gave it a choice specs and destroyed the Slurpuff because Slurpuff was like one of his win conditions. His 2 primary win conditions going into this match in trials were Slurpuff and Dubwool, and he didn't bring Dubwool, so whatever. And I was able to immediately incapacitate the Slurpuff. That was good. That was the hugest, biggest threat, like, gone in turn 1. And from there, like, it was literally just, like, Skarmory walled pretty much his whole team. Like, there wasn't much he can do. Scolipede comes out, oh, look, here's Skarmory again. What are you going to do? Rock Slide me? Okay, that's 20% damage.
Yeah.
And move on. Like, yeah, Skarmory packed the whirlwind spam. I loved that. That was so good. So I came in with Skarmory packing whirlwind specifically for I think it was just to I didn't know what else to bring, so I brought whirlwind, TBH. And
Really useful, yeah.
yeah, like it's been really good for me. Like I've been having a lot of good luck. I've been able to get up stealth rocks pretty reliably and just cash in with some whirlwinds. And there was a point in this match where he had out his Scolipede that was all beefed up, and he was going to hit my Skarmory with it, and that was okay because I was like, whatever, I'm just going to survive it. So he hits Skarmory, and Skarmory takes like 20%, no big deal, and I whirlwind out his Scolipede. No, it wasn't even that. It didn't whirlwind out the Scolipede.
Yeah, he did.
He had out his dang Luxray. That's what it was. And I was like, whatever, I can take whatever Luxray's got, because, like, I can. I didn't really take the Wild Charge, but that was totally different. Regardless, I whirlwind Luxray into Scolipede and then whirlwinded again and hit Luxray again on the switch and brought Scolipede back in. I literally got, like, 4 ticks of stealth rock damage on Scolipede that match. It was pretty nice. Scolipede survived on 1 because of its weird HP space stat, and that was a thing of brilliance.
And then I love later on, you've got
He wasn't on
Skarmory out,
purpose.
your Whirlwind, he eventually brings in Vanillux, you switch to Lapras, and he's freeze-drying, and then you roar and just keep keep forcing his mons out. It's like, oh, great, that Skarmory's gone, no more Whirlwind, Lapras, roar.
Yeah,
I love hearing Devin talk about his own team. It's like hearing a dad who's really proud of his own son getting good grades. It's like, my team, they're finally performing.
I am really proud of my Mons. Hitmontop, Hitmontop was Homestar Runner, and I was so happy about that because, like, yes, you go, reference to early 2000s web media, and he did work. Like, I loved bringing him in on the Luxray. I wish like his sucker punch would have been so good on the Dragapult, but that's okay. Golurk was a monster. I hated the Golurk. The Golurk was not a good time. In trial, Golurk usually proved to be a bit of a problem. However, it was never like a huge, massive thorn. I don't know if I faced it with a choice band in trial, or if I did, I usually killed it on the switch, so it wasn't a big deal. Or did enough damage for it to not matter, but I don't know. Golurk was a threat, and I hated it. Garchomp killed Luxray. Good job, Garchomp. That time he did it with an Earthquake, not with his skin.
Michael, what did you have to say about your boy Scotty?
Do better next week, Scotty.
And here I
Scotty
thought
said it
he
was
say
the
that,
best
he
he'd seen me
definitely
play.
Well, I guess we'll move on to the last match for the Red Division, which was the Lionheart Lucarios versus the Atlanta Braveries.
I like Scissor.
This is cool. I like Slowking. Slowking's cool. Are we just naming cool ones now?
I remember this battle now. This was the battle where I was like, what is going on?
The battle of, is this really the right play? I can't believe this is working, but hey, it's working.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just throw a fish against a wall and it sticks.
This match this was a pretty fun one to watch because neither player played anything at all like you were expecting them to play. So you'd be like, all right, this is going to be the play. And no, they do something completely different. And then the opponent does something that you think he's going to do, but he does something completely different. It's like, this is one of those matches I'm sitting there, what is going on?
Yeah. Like sometimes you can predict a match like one or two moves ahead, like what they're going to do, what's going to happen. This match, it was like, okay, wait, what? No, wait, okay, I'm just going to sit back and watch.
But it was
a good match.
It was very lighthearted. I don't think either of these guys were really playing super serious.
No. I'm really proud of the Lucarios getting a pretty good win there, though. I'm like, you go, man. We work hard.
And it's good to see Arctazol put in work as well.
Yeah.
It was one of those mons that I drafted last season, but I never really got to... I used Vish more than Zolt, so it's kind of nice to see it get some work.
Yeah, I like Arctazol.
Zolt picked up half the KOs for this round, and the other half went to my boy Centiskorch.
Centiskorch is so cool. It's like a slightly weaker physical... oh my god, I've forgotten. Volcarona, there we go.
Yeah.
I
drafted Centiskorch last season, and he did so much work. There's so much potential and so many different builds and roles that he can play on your team. And I think the only downside really for Centiskorch is that you really do need to pretty much have heavy-duty boots on him because you just can't risk those stealth rocks going up. So
stealth rocks is just so prevalent.
You got to have the boots, and then you got to hope you're not knocked off. But then at least if you are knocked off, you have flame body, so you can punish them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get a burn on the Garchomps.
Yeah, ain't nothing quite like burning a chomp, right? Everybody loves that. That's the PTG's national pastime.
Anything you want to say, Michael?
No, I don't have a ton to say about this one.
You like Abomasnow?
I do.
Monster like again.
I mean, if you got nothing else to say, you know,
I really like seeing the Centiskorch on there. That was actually one of the Pokemon I was super excited about when Gen 8 was first getting previewed.
Yeah, Centiskorch is cool.
I like his G-Max. It's just so long.
Hey, we don't do G-Max in this league. Get out.
Oh, we did
Oh,
2
okay,
seasons
bye.
ago. Shh. Well, we'll move on to the division that Michael's in so that we can talk about his match.
I don't want to talk about this match.
This match
No.
was going so well in your favor. It was going so well, and then you had Gallade and Corviknight just trying to outdo each other in swords dances and bulk ups, which
Corviknight was doing his thing. I was doing a good job at staying ahead, making sure I couldn't get taken out by the Gallade. We both ended out at our max boost. Him at +6 attack with swords dance. Me at +6 attack, +6 defense with bulk ups, and Gallade ended out getting a crit.
No.
that is the unfortunate thing. The more turns you take in those scenarios, the higher chance that you're eventually going to come across a crit, which puts all of that work. But you pulled that back really, really well. I thought you had it right up until that fake out crit from Persian on your Arctivish. If that didn't happen,
Yeah.
Arctivish was in there just wrecking the rest of the team.
After
You really need to talk
Corviknight,
to your team about the crits.
after Corviknight got its crit, looked at what I had left. Okay, I still had a good amount of mons left. I came up with a plan, got Arctivish out to where positioned him to where it could win, and then Arctivish decided to eat a crit.
And a fake out of all things.
I knew the fake out was coming. I was like, I can live a fake out, and then I saw the crit, and I was like, no.
Pain.
That
Not
always feels
another
bad,
one.
yeah.
No.
It was a very fun match, though. One thing, honestly, I was expecting to see that I didn't see on his lineup was Unaware Quagsire.
Why do you think he didn't bring it?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I probably would have personally brought it if someone had a Corviknight, knowing that sub bulk up is a pretty prevalent set for that.
That's a good thought.
I was quite surprised that when I messaged you after the match as well. Golurk
He
didn't have Dynamic
probably-
Punch, and you said you brought Pack Toxic instead because of that Quagsire, but yeah, that could have...
He probably didn't bring Quagsire fearing the Cryogonal Freeze Dry because that just OHKOs Quagsire.
Cryogonal is on
That's
his
on the other
team.
team.
Oh, well then never mind. I got nothing. Oh, you got
Can
Vanillux.
do
Yeah.
freeze dry?
I mean,
yeah.
maybe the
Yeah,
Vanillux
Vanillux.
freeze dry, but I didn't have freeze dry on it.
Yeah, he was fearing the Vanillux Freeze Dry. You could not like that. That's a pretty big, like, any freeze dry will OHKO Quag. I have done this.
And I suppose most
So, like-
Chandelures also carry Energy Ball, so it wasn't a good switch in for Chandelure either.
I did have
Yeah.
Energy Ball on the Chandelure in case I saw Quag. And it was
Yeah.
choice specs to make sure I could hit it super hard.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
had too many mons that like threatened Quagsire for him to feel safe bringing Quagsire. Like, what on your team did Quagsire hit?
Could wall the Corviknight, which was pretty problematic for him. And on the off chance I did bring in, Chandelure or Vanillux, he could easily switch into something that I bring in the Vanillux, he switches into Blissey, which can take a special hit all day long. I bring in the Chandelure, and he brings out, Persian.
Okay. Your points are valid. You should have brought Quagsire.
But yeah, once that Arctivish went down, I was really upset. So, was like, so close to pulling him down, and it wasn't going to beat a timer.
That's I've got having an upside down head.
I've got to have a talk with Vish. Hey Vish, I'm actually super happy with though. It's pulled 8 KOs this season.
That's pretty good.
It's been putting in some good work.
The kill leaderboards are looking fantastic this season. So many names I've never seen on the kill leaderboard before.
Yeah. And that's because we've managed to get rid of those legendaries and mythicals. It has allowed other mons that you would never normally see on a leaderboard shine. So
yeah,
we won't talk about my favorite just yet. So we had Andy versus Hassan. So last week Hassan traded in a whole bunch of things. He brought at least one of his trade-ins this week, so Turtonator, just Turtonator onto his team. But I mean, it did make a big difference. Andy, a top-tier battler here, was really fighting on the back foot against this team that Hassan brought. Came down right to the wire, just a 1-0 win just by the skin of his teeth on this one. So it really does go to show that Hassan does know his stuff. It's just that his team was probably a little bit underpowered for this draft. But I mean, he's in there. He's there week after week, so he's obviously having fun and trying to do something different and fun.
Imagine our champion Andy losing to Hippotas and Cotton.
That was so close. That could have happened. I predicted Hassan winning, didn't I? Yes, I totally did.
No. You predicted Michael to take out Harun, and you said that you didn't think that second place could go down to 10th, and that almost happened.
I'm proud of you, Michael. Almost taking down Harun.
I came close.
But yeah, this was an awesome match.
Just imagine like the alternate history where Hassan wins there.
Well, the alternate
PTG would forever be changed.
It's not even that alternate. That's the crazy thing. Yeah.
It came down to what, 8 HP.
Bam would have gone ballistic.
It's crazy because, like, if you look at the teams, basically, Hassan has like 3 Pokemon that can basically like do damage. The other 3 are pure support. It's like, and it's not even like Harun support, you know, it's not like a Skarmory that could take 1 million hits or a Chansey. It's a Cottony, a Hippotas, and a Meowstic. And yeah, Meowstic's like, good, but it's not taking hits.
What is Hippopotas even doing on his team at this point? What does the Sandstorm benefit? He doesn't even have a Sand Rush, dude. He can pick up, like, I don't know, Stoutland and be better off.
He literally sacrificed his Hippopotas as well. He sent it out in front of Rapidash initially, and then Rapidash switched out to Weavile. He used his Hippopotas to set up Stealth Rocks, and then tried to Toxic, and then struggled, and then died.
Yeah.
I love this so much.
I think Hippopotas's only real point on this team is to potentially set up rocks.
But for like context, like Clefable set up rocks, Skarmory set up rocks, Garchomp set up rocks, and we got Hippotas.
He has Smeargle in C tier. Smeargle would be better.
Smeargle is not in Gen 8, right?
Oh wait, no, that's a different. Yeah, that's a different league. Never mind. Ha. He could grab literally anything. There are so many things in C tier that can set rocks and do it better. I love it.
I wouldn't have it any other way though. Yeah,
Hippopotas is such a trooper. It's beautiful. Hassan is a man with a plan, and he's got an art, and it's a thing of like he almost took down Champion Andy.
I still, to this day, remain the fact that Do you remember those old descriptions in the Pokedex of Machoke that if it ever took off its belt, it'd be like the strongest Pokemon ever? That's Hassett.
Yeah.
If he ever stopped
He's-
bringing Hippopotas and Cottonee.
He's. I didn't make that meme. I was gonna do the Rock Lee because I thought he traded Hippopotas and Cottony, but he didn't. So it's like.
No, not only did he not trade them, he kept them on his team again this week.
Like.
I remember when Andy messaged asking, what do we think he's going to bring? I was like, well, you've got Hawlucha, Cottonee, and Hippopotas. That's 3 of them right there.
But you know what? That came down to 8 HP.
Yeah.
And I'd be very interested to run the calculations to see if that was a low roll or whether that was the highest roll it could have been. Because if that was a low roll, Andy literally won by the skin of his teeth.
Crazy.
I hope no one heard
I
my
want to
phone.
see you.
Yo, can somebody just pull up the? Can someone pull up a calc right now? Do we have access to that information?
It'll take too long to do. I'll do it in the
Okay.
side.
Yep.
Maybe.
Michael, did
Actually,
you watch
wait,
this
who was
match
it?
up?
Who's he facing again?
I have no idea.
Michael, did you watch this
I'll
match?
do it.
I did, but that was like 3 days ago.
Yeah, same here. I watched the match. It was great, but
I remember being proud of the hippo.
All right, we're going to move on, and Andy can run some calcs in the background if he wants, and we can just come in later on and just be like, oh, wait, that's right.
yeah.
Wait, you said Andy. Haha.
Andy, Anders, oops.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking I didn't know like the base APs or anything, so I'll check the match later and I'll do the calcs.
No worries. So, Dragonites versus the Sneaky Sableyes. This was another bulky team from Roops, and he tried to go in and do what he's done in previous weeks, and it backfired big time. Jeremy coming off with a very, very convincing win. He was very smart. He brought a Garchomp that had a Lumberry.
Yeah.
Huge.
Take notes, Devin.
Changed my whole game plan.
Yeah. We did we see any yeah, we got Stone Edge here, of course. I love the meme where it's like Stone Edge or Hurricane. I trust this with my life.
Jeremy
yeah, we
is
got
a
the Hurricane
massive fan
too.
of his low accuracy moves, and
High power.
they have seriously done work for him. I think he's only missed like 2 or 3 Hurricane / Focus Blast / Stone Edges this entire draft league, and it's brilliant. How is it hitting so much?
I know. It's like when you watch someone use the move, hits everything. When I go on my draft with Cobalion and use Focus Blast, miss 4 times in a row. Nice. No, I love it. It's great. I love when people take the risks like that. I know it's not like hyper competitive, but when you take that risk, I don't know, it's just more entertaining. It's like throwing the dice. It's like,
and even if it doesn't pay off, it's still fun.
Yeah.
And that's what this is all about.
Exactly.
And watching Toxapeck just the way that Jeremy handled Toxapeck has given me so much trauma in the past. So every time I see someone just being able to handle that thing, makes me so happy.
It's your Mamoswine. I get it.
Mamoswine. Talk to Steve after this and ask him why I have so much trauma with Toxapex.
Yeah, I remember Steve saying some of the stuff. I didn't even. This is going to sound really dumb. Okay, I didn't realize Toxapex gets stockpiled. Like what?
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me.
And back in
That's
Gen 7,
new information.
stockpile.
Well, I was playing competitive last gen. I don't know how either I forgot that or I just missed it.
You just missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stockpile Toxapex specifically gives me trauma.
Stockpile Pex is so good.
Yeah. So if I ever see a Toxapex in front of me starting to stockpile, I'll just forfeit. I don't
Noted.
want to
See, we
deal
all
with
know
this.
what Devin would do: get out his Skamori and just start whirlwinding.
I mean, to be fair, like, what's a Toxapex gonna do
exactly,
to
go
Skarmory?
to
Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just like, whatever, man. You're gonna take some passive rocks damage. Let's get that chip going.
Well, I
Regenerated
suppose because it's
Toxapex.
not, regenerator.
Oh heck. Whatever, man. You're eventually gonna just get, I don't know, brave birded, I guess.
What you really need is a Slowbro or Slowking to future sight, go into Skamori and start whirlwinding.
Ooh, team for next season, maybe.
You ain't stealing my slows. I've got addicted.
Did you watch this match, Michael?
I did not watch. I don't think I watched any of the matches this week. I had a pretty busy week at work.
So you've just been making up as you go along, then, all the commentary for the previous ones.
Oh yeah. That's why they've all been non-match related. I like this Pokemon. Scotty needs to do better.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we've done so many memes on the draft chat that anyone who's been at least following the memes will have a rough idea of some of the more interesting things that have happened this week.
I loved when Devin uploaded the huge meme dump post. I went and reacted on every single one of them.
You need to go and do an update one.
Yeah.
Just comment them onto that one. I don't want to make another one. I don't want my feed to be nothing but Anders for like 8 pages.
That sounds like a great feed.
Alright.
Nah.
So on to the next match. It switches the Ottawa Superiors versus the Bow Rush and Boltons. This was a really fun match. I think I remember at one point I got taught lessons on this one. I remember sitting out there with an unburdened Slurpuff in front of a Venusaur, and I'm like, why did he switch Slurpuff out? And then I found out Chlorophyll Venusaur is very big,
Slightly
heavy, and
faster.
scary.
Yes.
And very fast.
I love Vincent's names. I'm just putting it out there. The nicknames. He has my favourite nicknames of the season. And it is just because I'm biased because he's named one Anders.
I'm gonna throw this out there. I predicted that Vincent would win and that this would be a hype match. I did not watch this match. Was it a hype match?
It was a hype match. You had Slurpuff on Burden, you had Sun Team Venusaur going around. You had overweight Hippotas doing work.
Nice. Was Starmie cool? I imagine Starmie was cool.
Starmie was cool. That fidget spinner went out there, got up some speed, and took out Lapras or Torkoal, one of them.
That's cool.
Yeah. Gotta love
How about that Swoobat?
Yeah. I can't remember which bit it was, but I remember Starmie predicting the psychic switch or whatever, and getting a kill doing that, if I remember correctly. That was pretty cool. Starmie being both psychic and water, but fast, is pretty awesome. It's like a fast Slowbro.
It does make me sad though. Is it competitive or the one which is speed based, where you want to have lower speed, and Starmie's so fast that skill very rarely actually helps. Does
Starmie still have Regenerator?
It's never had Regenerator.
Does it have Miracle Cure or some crap like that?
It's got Analytic. That's the main one people use competitively.
Oh, I remember Starmie being like OU in Gen 5 for some reason or another.
Just having Analytic means that it's going to have more damage if it's slower, I think, which, as Ro just said, is not ideal. But it does. It's like Rapid Spinner. It gets Stab Psychic and Stab Water, and amazing coverage. Like one of the best coverages out there for Special Attacker.
Got
That's
that
the main
Gen 1 coverage.
Yeah, exactly. Thunderball, Energy Ball, all that good
Ice
stuff.
Beam.
Yeah.
Hippowdon definitely pulled off some work. Came in and took a Leaf Storm to the face and then Ice Fanged the Venusaur to death and then died to poison. But still, went in there and did work.
Yes.
And that
I
managed
wanted
to
to
set up
see-
Sands for Excadrill.
Yeah. I was sad that I wanted to see Vespiquen do something. I really like Vespiquen. It's one of those Pokemon that I really wish was better than it is.
It's a cool concept, but
Yeah.
what's it gonna do? Nothing. Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's got like the most unique moves out of any Pokemon. It's got
Although-
3 whole unique moves.
One of those moves, I think Heal Order no longer exists for Gen 8. One of them
Yeah.
got nixed.
Why would they do that?
It still get access to Roost, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Doesn't matter.
like Roost and Heal Order heal exactly the same, although Roost does ground you.
They could have. They could have just removed Roost from its set and just let it have the unique move.
This was one of
I
those matches
know.
I would have
Wait,
loved just a few more minutes on this match. I would have
Yeah.
been really interesting to see if Vincent still would have won because Rillaboom Grassy Glide hits hard and Excadrill was definitely going down the next turn, but I don't know how it would have gone for the rest of the match.
What were the last 2 Pokemon? What were the last 3 Pokemon? It was Excadrill. What?
Let me have a look. It was Excadrill, Hippowdon.
I think it was
I
Excadrill,
think.
Starmie, and Slurpuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if Rillaboom was Rillaboom choice banded?
I couldn't guarantee that, but I imagine so.
If it was choice banded with like 5 more with 2 more minutes, he would have won. Because if it was banded, it would have dropped Excadrill, it would have dropped Slurpuff, it would have dropped Starmie.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Rillaboom
that
is
banded
crazy.
that banded Grassy Glide does so much damage.
Mm-hmm. I
If
lost a
Slurpuff
match.
was at if Slurpuff's at full HP, it might have survived, but if it's not, then it's no.
No.
Yeah. All the main things that could have dealt with Rillaboom were kind of dead by that point, actually.
Or severely weakened.
Roserade fell down to Venusaur Weather Ball.
Oof.
And Mr. Ryan was down too. So yeah, it was actually kind of maybe
Saved
good for
by the timer. Saved by the bell.
Yeah. Saved by the
Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah,
bells.
Oof.
that segue.
Yes. So, my favourite match for Blue Division was the PKS Noobs Kings versus the Anaheim Appletons. As we predicted last week, this was always going to be a very, very tight match. And Leor got his head back in the game and played extremely smartly, so smartly that Jeff had no idea what was going on. But you know what? That both of them had so much fun playing this one.
It was great.
Yes.
It's what we expect of Leor to bring the slightly unusual sets, you know.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. It did feel like Leo was definitely. It was a really close match, but it felt like Leo was more in control this particular match.
I got a little
Okay, yeah, we
snippet
got
I want to
memes.
play of what went down for this match. So this is Leo and Jeff's match in a nutshell.
He's scarfed? Clefable gets Grass Knot? This match is going terribly wrong, terribly fast, so this is not the most pleasant of scenarios. It's Thunderwave, dude. This man just has everything to ruin my life. What? What is this Scyther set? Oh, he has Destiny Bond. Oh, that was smart. That was smart.
I just love how, like, this guy has everything to ruin my life. I love it.
But yes, that was a very, very smart battle from both sides, and extremely amusing and hilarious to watch from Jeff's side, because even though he's coming in from the back, he's just been read like a book. He's not getting upset. He's not getting frustrated. He's just out there memeing.
We had fun. It's great.
Yeah, it was still like a pretty close match.
It was a
Very
very
close
close
match.
match.
Yeah, like it seemed like it was one-sided, but like really, it was like a lot closer than it seems.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bronzong still went out there, got himself another kill. So happy with that.
I love Bronzong.
So we've got now 3 Mons in the Destiny Bond guild, or whatever you want to say.
All fish. Wait. It was
destined-
Sharpedo, Quillfish, and who was the other one?
Haunter.
Okay, he's not a fish. Maybe he's a dead fish.
He could be.
Yeah. Michael,
Can
got
call
anyone that
them-
you can Destiny Bond?
No. I ate a Destiny Bond last week though.
Part of the Destiny Bond fame. I love
Man, I need to get me some Destiny Bond. Too late to make
For
trades,
real.
isn't it?
it.
Yeah.
Every
Yep.
time I've tried to use Destiny Bond, I've done it wrong, and I just end up regretting it. So I just never carry it anymore. Even if it like makes perfect sense, I'm like, nah, it never works.
Yeah.
Would have been interesting to
That's-
see what it would have ended up being like if that Sharpedo didn't have Destiny Bond. I wonder how much more damage Tangela could have done.
Tangler's a machine.
Even without the Eviolite.
Yeah. Cypher was doing some work though. I made a meme of it.
Yeah, you see
I like
Scyther
Scyther.
coming out, and you're like, all right, this thing's gonna pack either heavy duty boots or it's going to pack Eviolite. That's just that's almost your guaranteed Scyther set. Leo's like, nah, I'm gonna choice scarf this one, but I don't need the full choice scarf there. I'm just gonna have just enough speed to do what Scyther needs to do, and I'm gonna throw the rest into bulk and just confuse everyone.
It was great. Yeah. It was a cool cipher. And Technician, dual wing beat is just monstrous.
I would have liked to have would have been interesting to see how the match would have gone, because Jeff disappeared at one point. He had to go clock back in at work, and while he was away, what he missed was that Claydol setting up a reflect, and I think he even missed the reflect going down, so that threw him for a loop as well, because he was running some calculations and none of them were making sense, and that big part of that was because there was a reflect up that he had completely missed. So I'd be very interested to have seen how that match would have gone had he known that was there, but at the same time I think wouldn't have helped much.
Does he even have a defogger though? I can't see. Do any of his
I
monsters
don't
get
think
defog?
don't think any of them did.
So I mostly could have stalled it out.
I think Scyther get like Incineroar or
That's-
Scyther get like Brick Break.
That's you always read the wrong team. That's Leo again.
Oh. Swampert gets Brick Break, right?
Maybe. I think so. Probably wasn't carrying it though, I wouldn't have thought.
Swampert's got big arms. He can definitely break bricks.
Yeah, probably.
If not Swampert, Audino.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah, why not?
Swampert does get Brick Break.
What up?
Ooh. I wonder if his Swampert had it. I'm gonna have to go back now and watch and see if it did.
Yeah, have a
I
look.
hope it did. That would have been a good bring. If not, he should do it next time.
All right. But yeah, so a lot of very, very amusing matchups this week. Very, very fun watches. So definitely recommend go back and watch watch a good chunk of these matches if you get a chance. Definitely some standouts, some very, very funny commentary from some people, and just some good plays and some interesting plays as well. Shell Smash Leopard. So, moving on to the kill leaderboard. Still
Hey,
at the
Bronzong.
top. Woohoo! Bronzong is still at the top. He picked up one more kill, which meant that even with Mamoswine picking up another kill, Bronzong got to stay right up the top there. So 2 weeks in a row at spot 1.
Bronzong, don't quit. I mean, Bronzong.
I think that's now Jeff's main goal now, is to make sure that Bronzong stays at number 1 on the leaderboard. He will do whatever and anything he can to ensure that happens.
I love it.
At least I
Incoming
hope that's
Rocky
what
helmet.
happens.
We're gonna see a Rocky helmet,
Wait, hold on.
Bronzong.
Quick thing. Andy doesn't have Arctivish, does he? They're saying
that was...
that should be...
No, that's
So...
yeah.
There, for you.
Sorry. Fix that. I was copy pasting and I forgot to change the team name. There you go. Sorry.
No worries. I just want. Yeah.
Michael Arctivish. Got him on the kill leaderboard. Is this your first mon on the kill leaderboard?
I'm pretty sure it is. It picked up 4 KOs in that last game, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that Vish put in work.
It almost picked up 6 until it wanted to eat a crit.
Was so close.
I just want to say that my Toxicroak is joint there with the Golok and Clefable, and by far my highest kill on my team. I love Toxicroak. He's so underrated. He's really cool.
I don't see Toxicroak. Where it at?
It's not.
I mean, it's joined with Golok and Clefable.
It's weird. Has it died more or something?
No, it's exactly the same. 7-3. But it only goes to 10, so it's
okay. I got you.
I'm watching Anders on his page.
Just
double checking that.
I remember 3 deaths, but does he definitely only have 3 deaths? I also noticed the kill differential was wrong, so I very quickly updated that.
That's probably why he wasn't on the board, because I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure these 10 were correct, but you fixed it up.
I mean, it is still 7-3, so it's same, but yeah.
Weavile and Weavile necking it out. I'm still really interested to see which Weavile will come out on top at the end of this season. Both these guys have really have utilized it quite well. Not always picking up KOs, but still going in there and doing work. Charizard hurricaning himself back to maintain his position on the leaderboard.
I love it.
He even took a nap during his last battle and still managed to keep himself going.
If there's anything we can learn from this kill leaderboard, it's that Ice is actually a good type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mamo, Weavile, and Arcto carrying for the Ice team.
And then there's Bronzong.
I love it.
Yes.
I'll never not love it.
I'm honestly a little surprised to see Charizard up where it's at. I mean, it's Charmander's my favorite mon, so I'm happy to see it, but equally surprised.
It's just
Charizard's
focus blasted and hurricaned everything to death that's been put in front of it.
I love it.
I'm literally not even kidding when I say Charizard came in, hurricaned, fell asleep for 3 turns, woke up, and then just continued to rack up kills.
It's great.
Sometimes you just gotta nap your way to the top.
Yep.
I've never been a fan of Charizard. That's all I got to say about that. Let's move on.
Charizard's maintaining its position on the board with low accuracy moves.
Congratulations, Charizard.
And we have a ton of trades. This is our final week to have trades. So we've seen a couple of teams switch out a good chunk of their teams. This is Leor. Just new team, please. Straight up just swaps out 4. We only
It's
had
like-
this meme for Leor, but yeah, Jeff did the same thing. He traded out 4, but
Yeah.
Leor was the best target for this one. New team, please.
Well, his are such big parts of his team as well. Just to change all of them I love it. It's great. We are seeing synergy with Pincherin and Raichu Alola, so that could be pretty peak. And Meanshao is awesome, and we all know Indeedee. I wonder if he's gonna have to worry about his own terrain though. Does Raichu's terrain surf work on psychic terrain as well as electric, or is it just electric terrain?
Just electric terrain, I believe.
Right, okay.
But as we saw with Bam last week or the week before, Indeedee doesn't always have to bring terrain.
That's true. That's very true.
So
I'm
last
so
week,
sad that Quillfish is going.
yeah, last week was it Red Division? One of whoever had Bolton traded it out, and it got snapped up as soon as possible. So
Literally within an hour.
yeah, so Bam had already done his battle for that week, which meant that when he snapped up Bolton, it went on to the following week for week 7. But you can see on Blue Division as well, Bolton leaves Leor's team and gets snapped up straight away by Jeremy on the Dragonites.
Bolton is really good. I genuinely, even though people seem to prefer it, I prefer Bolton to Jolteon or Manectric. Just, it has so many options. It can be special or physical. Strong Duel gives it the best coverage out of all the electric dogs. It gets access to Nuzzle, which the others don't, which is just awesome.
We know what Nuzzle can do.
Yeah, Nuzzle can do some craziness. So yeah, I don't blame Bam or the Dragon Knights at all for picking up Bolton straight away.
And Jeremy dropping his Garchomp and bringing in Tyranitar instead.
I wonder why.
Does he have any sand mons on his team? I can't even remember.
I think that did
It's quite
set something up for him. No, actually, no.
I mean, T-Tar is really good, but if it gets so much as the slightest little tap of a punch, it's down. It's so weak to fighting. That's the only...
Not if it's getting focus blasted. It can resist focus blasts.
How could it resist focus blasts?
Assault vest in the sand.
That is so situational.
Nah. Always assault vest your T-Tar.
So it'll be interesting to see what he's going to do with his Tyranitar. What were you going to say, Michael?
I wouldn't entirely be surprised if he brought it special bulky. That's run on the ladder a fair bit.
Yeah, see, Michael knows what I'm talking about. Assault vest T-Tar is a solid option.
It definitely makes sense because the amount of weaknesses that T-Tar has, and you get the sand special defense boost. But it does have so many weaknesses that it really does make you quite vulnerable to so many things. And even if you get the special defense boost from both the sand and the assault vest, that's one, limiting your item, and two, all it's essentially doing is making you slightly less weak to the 8 weaknesses he has.
No. Anders, trust me, as the rock type gym leader, I'm an expert here. Assault vest T-Tar is practically uncrackable.
Assault vest T-Tar can definitely take a hit.
Yeah,
What
it
about
can
any
take most
physical
things.
fighting move? Most fighting moves?
No. It can usually, so this is the spread. You do 108 defense and and I believe 252 HP, and then the remaining into special defense. T-Tar doesn't need physical attack because it's got a beast attack stat, and that thing that's just gonna soak blows for days.
Mm-hmm. When its walk moves actually hit. you know, because it has no 100% accuracy.
This is Jeremy. His low accuracy
Oh
moves
yeah,
are
this is
100%.
Jeremy we're talking about.
Yeah.
He
You
can
got a
actually go for
stone edge
stone edge.
everything.
And with his luck, they'll all crit as well.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, dude. AVT tar, new meta.
I have messed something up with the trades because Vullaby is not swapping out for Vullaby. I believe that was meant to be Rotom Frost. So that makes more sense. But swapping at a ground water type for a different ground water type I thought was an interesting move. But Seismitoad at least does have that water absorb, so it does give it that water immunity switch in, which could work quite well in conjunction with his Salazzle. So we'll see. Vullaby just wasn't really doing much for him, so
It didn't come in once, did it?
it did come in once. That was against Andy, and then Andy's Weavile pickpocketed its Eviolite.
Oh yeah, that was great.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good trade, sir. I did my only trade of the whole draft for Trevenant for Ninjask.
Mon you've never
And
used
then-
for a different one.
Yeah. A Pokemon that I've never used for a different Pokemon I would never use.
I wonder if that's going to be the same for Devin.
I did about the same. I was like, I had a plan for Gothitelle. I was going to set up the Trick Room. I was going to choice ban Sudowoodo to sweep. And then it never happened. And like, I couldn't find an opportunity to do it.
Your team was too consistent. You never had a valid reason to drop the consistency.
Yeah, no, my team was just too good. The gimmick was just, I couldn't fit it. My team was just too dang consistent and good. So I switched Gothitelle out for Salazzle because, I don't know, I guess you can build a stall so Salazzle.
Yeah. Salazzle has a lot of options. It's quite cool.
Yeah, like, it's cool that I can, acid steel types. That's pretty cool. And, like, I ran a Salazzle on ladder back in, like, initial, like, Series 1 way the hell back when. And it was pretty cool. I like the nasty plot focus Ash. It's a fast, speedy girl. It's a fast, speedy girl.
Good stuff.
Oh, and its shiny sprite is freaking, ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
So yeah, that was my trade. Not as good as Hitmontop.
Hitmontop's peak. It was
Yeah.
good.
I think I'm gonna I don't know what I'm gonna name my Salazzle. Probably like Cody or something. I don't know.
All right. Well,
Butternut.
so moving into week 7 now. So that's the recap for this week. And thank you everyone for joining in. Any last words before we close off?
We're going to the finals this season. Meow meow meow.
We're going to the finals this season. Sear.
Eat it. No, I am.
You have to fight me to get there.
I'm gonna whoop you so thoroughly.
Sure. Okay.
You know it's gonna happen, Anders. Your stall is not as powerful
You don't
as
even
my
have.
stall.
You don't even have better than pigs this time.
Man, I should have traded out for Piloswine in that last week. Oh, I actually thought about it for a second and then decided against it. I already had a ground type.
I predict a future sight. Do you even have a dark type on your team, Devin?
Yeah, I got Obstagoon. Wait, no, I don't. Maybe.
I
Whatever.
predict a future sight.
The Skarmory resists that. Whatever.
Slowbro, flamethrower. Here we go. Sorry.
All right,
I'll stop
man.
teasing.
I'm gonna come at you with an AV Skarmory. What up?
That right there sounds like one of the worst sets I've ever heard of.
But please
You
do
don't
it.
even.
I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let him go with it.
I would love to
Nah,
see
man,
that though.
It's gonna body press.
That would be super entertaining.
Yes, please body press my Slowbro. Please.
You know it. You know it. That's how it's gonna go down.
I'm gonna bring body press. I'm gonna bring pet.
Hey,
Body
hey.
press A.
I
Body
think
press A.
Skarmory gets U-turn. I'll U-turn it. There we
Well, our
go.
weakness policy.
Oh, okay. Gotta play
That-
dirty.
That would be a sight to see. Weakness policy,
Weakness
slow bro.
Slowbro. An AV.
And then teleport right afterward. Just because you can.
Just to mess with him.
Do it, Anders.
Do it for
I
the
believe
memes.
in you.
Do it for the memes.
Don't tempt me. I've got a
Uh,
question now. Does like if I weakness policy in a future site, would the hit in 2 turns be damage boosted, even if he's teleported out?
No.
You're just
Find
saying that
out
because
next
I believe
week.
he's like,
No, I'm saying that because I'm pretty sure it specifically says on Bulbapedia that future site stat mechanics don't apply to it.
oh really? Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well,
And here
on
I was
that
going
note,
to... Yes,
we're
sorry,
going to
keep
wrap
going.
things up for week
Okay.
6. We're going to see you all next week for week 7. Hopefully we've got some more fun and interesting matches for this coming week, and see you next time.
See you all next time. Thanks
Bye.
for joining.
Thanks,
Meow.
Devin. Thanks, Michael, for joining us.
You're
It was
welcome.
a load of
guys.
fun.
Alright, see you next time.